It was evening when Wei Ying stepped out of the hospital. The sun was setting, its colors spreading softly across the sky. He slipped his hand into his pocket, took out his phone, and checked the time. It was almost 7. Just as he was about to leave, someone called out behind him. Dr. Wei Ying. He turned around to see Wen Qing, his colleague at the hospital, running toward him. She stopped in front of him, holding his phone. Tucking her hair behind her ear, she smiled. "I want to show you something." "What is it?" Wei Ying asked, raising his eyebrows. She quickly turned her phone screen toward him. "Look, how is he?" Wei Ying stared at the photo of a man on the screen. Confused, he looked back at her. "Why are you showing this to me?" "He is my future fiancé," Wen Qing said with excitement. "He came yesterday with his parents to meet me. Tell me, how does he look?" Wei Ying forced a smile. "He looks fine, but what about his background?" "It's very good," Wen Qing replied. "In fact, his family is lovely too. And guess what? Our engagement is the day after tomorrow. You will come, right?" Wei Ying nodded lightly. "I'll see. If I get time, I'll come." "What do you mean if?" Wen Qing said, making a face. "The engagement is at night. You'll be free." "Who knows?" Wei Ying replied quietly. "Anyway, I should go. Bye." He walked away. Wen Qing stood there, puzzled. "Strange. He never behaved like this before," she murmured, and left. Wei Ying stopped an auto and sat inside. At that moment, his phone rang. It was Jiang Cheng. "Are you going home?" Jiang Cheng asked. "No, going to a liquor shop," Wei Ying replied. "What?" Jiang Cheng shouted. "You're a doctor and going to drink? Have some shame." Wei Ying snapped back. "What else should I do? My wound wasn't even healed." And Wen Qing poured salt on it. "She's getting engaged to someone else the day after tomorrow." There was a brief silence. Then Jiang Cheng sighed. "I told you earlier to confess to her, but you didn't listen." "Shut up, idiot," Wei Ying said helplessly, staring outside. "Why does love even exist?" "To push people onto train tracks," Jiang Cheng replied sarcastically. "Forget the liquor shop and go lie on a track instead." Wei Ying frowned. "Are you really my friend? You just called me a dog," Jiang Cheng replied. Okay, sorry," Wei Ying said. "You're my lovely friend." Jiang Cheng continued. "If the straight finger doesn't work, use a spoon." "What's the point?" Wei Ying said dramatically. "She's happy with someone else. Then move on," Jiang Cheng replied. "There's no shortage of girls." "If only you were that girl," Wei Ying laughed. "I knew it," Jiang Cheng growled. "You have dirty thoughts about me. Be glad I'm not there. Friendship is gone. Love is gone," Wei Ying said emotionally. "This is cruelty," Jiang Cheng replied. "By the way, where are you going?" "To your place," Wei Ying said softly. "I feel very lonely. Come over," Jiang Cheng replied. "My parents are away anyway. We'll celebrate your crush belonging to someone else." The call disconnected. Wei Ying stared at his phone. "May you be cursed," he muttered. "You'll fall in love one day too, and a shark will sink your love boat. Then I'll laugh." The next day, Wei Ying, the gentle doctor, was checking the children in the general ward, wearing his white coat. One child had fully recovered. His parents were coming later to take him home. "Mei Yu, I do not want to leave you," the child said softly, holding onto a corner of Wei Ying's coat. Wei Ying smiled and knelt down in front of him. "You are completely fine now, baby," he said gently, placing a hand on the child's head. "You have to go home, okay?" The child puffed his cheeks. "Watch me come back here by getting sick again." "Hey, do not say such things," Wei Ying said with fake anger, lightly pulling the child's cheek. "But Ma Yu, I want to stay with you," the child said innocently. "I have so many friends here. At home there will only be studies, homework, exams, and daily scolding from mom and dad." Wei Ying chuckled. "Do not worry," he said softly. "I will tell your parents not to argue too much, and they will tell your teachers not to give you too much homework." "Really?" the child asked. "Yes, promise." "Okay, thank you so much, Ma Yu." The child hugged him tightly around the neck. Wei Ying hugged him back. He never treated his patients like strangers. For him, they were family. "Now go," Wei Ying said gently. "Spend time with your friends." The child ran back to the others. Wei Ying stood there, watching the children play. One day, all of them would leave the hospital. The thought made his chest feel heavy. Just then, loud noise and panic rose from outside the ward. Wei Ying frowned and stepped out. He saw nurses and doctors rushing toward one room. Someone was screaming inside. He stopped a nurse running past. It was Mirinda, the senior nurse. "What happened?" Wei Ying asked quickly. "Dr. Wei Ying," Mirinda said breathlessly. "A patient was admitted late last night. His condition is very bad. He just regained consciousness and panicked badly. Wei Ying did not hesitate and followed her. Inside the room, a young man in a hospital gown stood shaking. He was holding a pair of scissors, keeping everyone away. Doctors tried to calm him. "We will not hurt you," one of them said carefully. "Please do not strain yourself." Wei Ying entered the room. The sight made his heart tighten. The boy's body was covered in bandages, many of them torn open by his own hands. "Please listen to us," the doctor said again, stepping closer. The boy panicked. "Stay away from me." "Stay away," he screamed, and threw the scissors away. Clutching his hair tightly, his legs gave out. He collapsed onto the floor. Everything went silent. He did not move. The nurses quickly rushed forward, lifting him carefully and placing him back onto the bed. Wei Ying turned to the doctor, giving him an injection. "What happened to him?" Wei Ying asked quietly. That doctor was Dr. Liu Wen, a senior doctor at the hospital. Dr. Liu Wen sighed. "He was found in a very bad condition," he said carefully. "He has been through something extremely traumatic. His internal condition is badly damaged." Wei Ying froze. Dr. Liu Wen shook his head slowly. "I never imagined people could be this cruel." After a moment, Wei Ying spoke. "Dr. Liu Wen, you should rest now. Your night shift starts soon." "I do not want to leave him like this," Dr. Liu Wen said with worry. "I am here," Wei Ying replied calmly. "Please take care of yourself too." Dr. Liu Wen nodded, took one last look at the boy, and left. The nurses began treating the wounds again. Wei Ying stepped outside the room and leaned against the wall. His fists were clenched. The veins on his hands stood out clearly. His breathing grew heavy. Who could do something like this? Only when the boy woke up again would the truth come out. But after seeing his panic, would he even be able to speak? Wei Ying sat in his cabin, holding his head as he leaned back in his chair. Everything that had happened today weighed heavily on his mind. He was lost in his thoughts when suddenly the cabin door opened, pulling his attention away. A tall, broad-shouldered man stood at the doorway. He had a strong, muscular build and was dressed in black. A mask covered his face. Wei Ying stood up at once, confused and annoyed. "Excuse me, mister? What kind of behavior is this?" The man said nothing. He stepped inside, closed the door behind him, and slowly removed his mask. Wei Ying froze. He recognized him. "Doctor, I need your help immediately," the man said. It was Lan Wangji. What help do you need?" Wei Ying asked, still shocked to see him here. Without wasting time, Lan Wangji lifted his shirt. The stitches on his wound were visible. "They've opened." "What?" Wei Ying said in disbelief. "How can you be so careless?" His tone turned sharp. "I told you clearly. You needed bed rest. Where is your man?" "He's outside the hospital," Lan Wangji replied calmly, pointing at the wound. "Do something." Wei Ying took a deep breath and nodded. "Fine. Come with me." "I'm not going anywhere," Lan Wangji said stubbornly and sat down on the chair nearby. "Do it here." Wei Ying rubbed his forehead, clearly irritated. He gathered the medical supplies and sat in front of Lan Wangji. After preparing the injection, he administered it carefully. Soon, Lan Wangji's lower body relaxed. Lan Wangji kept his shirt lifted as Wei Ying began his work. "You're not a child," Wei Ying said while focusing on the wound, almost scolding him. "You should know what to do and what not to do after stitches." "So how did this happen?" "Someone punched me," Lan Wangji replied simply. His eyes followed Wei Ying's hands, then slowly moved to his face, and then to his chest. Wei Ying was wearing his white coat, and his name badge was clearly visible. Lan Wangji studied the name, trying to pronounce it. "Is it Wei Ying?" he asked slowly. Wei Ying stopped and looked up. "Wei Ying," he corrected. "Now stay quiet." Lan Wangji's lips curved slightly, but he said nothing. After a while, Wei Ying leaned back. "All done." Lan Wangji lowered his shirt and looked at him with a faint smile. "Thank you, Dr. Wei Ying." "There's no need to thank me," Wei Ying replied flatly. "It's my duty as a doctor, but don't forget the payment." Lan Wangji chuckled softly. "Of course." Wei Ying stood there for a moment, thinking. Then he spoke. "Can I have your number?" Lan Wangji stared at him in surprise. "My number? Can't hear properly?" Wei Ying raised an eyebrow. Lan Wangji laughed quietly. Meanwhile, the injured boy lay motionless on the bed. After the medication, he had been unconscious for hours. Suddenly, his eyelids fluttered. Fear washed over his face. A bead of sweat rolled down his temple as he opened his eyes wide and looked around in panic. He turned his head toward the window. Someone was standing there. His fear intensified. He tried to get up, but realized his hands and legs were tied to the bed. "No, open this. Let me go," he screamed, struggling. Hearing this, Wei Ying, who was standing near the window, turned around and rushed toward the bed. Seeing him approach, the boy panicked even more. "No, don't come near me. Stay away." Wei Ying stopped a few steps away. The boy kept struggling. "Let me go, please. Untie me." "Where will you go?" Wei Ying asked calmly, his face expressionless. "We found your ID in your clothes. You're a student, right?" The boy ignored his words. "Let me go," Wei Ying continued gently but firmly. "Your parents turned their backs on you after knowing the truth. Where will you go? If people question you after seeing your condition, what will you answer?" The boy stopped struggling. Tears finally spilled from his eyes. I don't want to answer anyone," he sobbed. "I want to go far away from everything. I don't want to remember anything. Please let me go, doctor. You don't know what happened to me, what I went through." His pain was clear in his voice. "I know," Wei Ying replied calmly. The boy turned his head toward him, shocked. You know?" Wei Ying nodded. He stepped closer to the bed and slowly began untying the restraints on the boy's hands and legs. The boy lay still, not resisting anymore. The next episode will be released on Friday, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed this BL story, please like and subscribe to my channel for more exciting episodes. Thank you for listening.